Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Used Jester. My name is Junior. Today we're going to look at Cobra figures. This is the saw, a semi-automatic weapon, and the Iron Grenadier Bat. So we obviously have a bunch of bat figures already. I have, I believe, 10 in my collection myself. But they're the usual black and yellow bat. Now, this when it got introduced, I was really gonna buy more of this, like maybe 4 or 6. Remember, these are like what, $24 now, $25 per figure. But it got hit during the. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing a 360 and opening it up as I talk about this. I kind of got hit with my pre-orders when around October, when I had to do a bunch of cleanup on my pre-orders because I was spending so much money on my Star Wars 3.75 that I had to kind of do triage on my collecting or pre-orders because I was spending a lot. And it's kind of a shame because I justified that I already have a lot of bats, and I don't necessarily need this one. But at the same time, the uniqueness of this one, this is the reason why I didn't get the other repaint of Bass and all that stuff, was because this thing does come with a secondary head, and this head seems more menacing than the previous one. Plus, the gold and red is, man, something about gold and red, man. That's just I want to get. So we'll talk, and also has the clear. I don't think the previous one didn't have the clear. It had the black. So I can use this on the other ones as well. If I ever see this on sale at like maybe 15 to 17, I would probably buy it. But at this time, until later on in the let me just remove this really quick. Okay, so I have them out of the box. What I'm gonna do is I'm showing it off. I will just continue on with the story. So yeah, I'm hoping this will go on sale. I don't know if it ever will, but if it does, then I'll do multiple buys. But right now, $25 a shot. It's kind of really expensive for me um, to do multiples of this. But it's so the 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 black, the red, and the gold is so freaking beautiful in the display. It just stands out, and I'll be able to reuse this on my other bats because I really want to have a clear panel on some of them. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to. Anyway, so some gold painting, which is kind of interesting. Um, because I really want to get this one, more of this one. Not necessarily the head. I never liked this one because it made it look so much more narrower than what I remember it being. Um, but look at this face, though. This is the face that sold it for me because this is much more menacing. And then the combination of the black and the gold and the red is just so much more. And this one, it almost feels like he's bleeding, because of the dark, bright red on the chest piece. But yeah, man, this is just a standout on any kind of shelf. Ah, man, I can't. It's just right now. I just gotta stop the spending too much at this point and just kind of try to save a little bit of money at this point. So it won't be until the later half of this year where I have everything paid off that I can start looking into what I might want to get for in terms of collecting things again. But honestly, I just fixed my GI Joe shelf again. Thank God. They no longer look so bad right now, like stacked like firewood. But it's full. All the No, it's not necessarily full. There's still some leeway that I can move things that I can move so that it doesn't, so that I can put more figures in. Because I have with Cobra, because I have so much multiples of figures, they filled up much more quicker than the GI Joe side. Where can I put this one? That's a shame. I wish they could have all of it. But yeah, man, this is just a great. This is definitely a figure I need to revisit. Value for this one, because I'm like regretting not being able to afford to buy it. And here's the articulation at $24. I'm gonna put the value in this one at 13 because I really want to get it, but I can't. I'm just at this point. I need to do some self-control. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys this, and you might find it boring, it's just I think some of you guys might be in the same boat as I am at this point. Not necessarily just because you want to save money, but it comes to the point where you no longer have space, and it's not like you have, like this one guy I met on Facebook. He's the type of collector that was able to focus his collection into one spot, meaning the Hot Toys 1/6 scale high end figure, right? And Star Wars. So if you concentrate your collection on that, then yes, you're gonna have the room that you need. There's no way you can purchase hundreds of Hot Toys um, without having the money to spend on storage space or display space, you know. Um, but my collection is mostly ranging in the 1/12 scale, on around $20 a figure, and that means I'm able to collect more figures, more intellectual property figures, or more collections. Um, but that means a space is gonna be very, very limited, and I'm getting to that point. I've gotten to that point where I'm completely full, and there's just no more room. There's just no more room to wiggle. So uh, it's now I'm at that stage where okay, I'm gonna have to move collections over or store collections over, and I don't want to do that, or something. And that's why I'm talking about this as if um, in that I'm in that spot of the collecting, I should say, you know, and some of you guys might be too. So this is the Saw. This one I accidentally bought two of, which I don't like to happen, and I really, really regret it. Comes with this, but oh well, at least with this guy, like I said, I can troop build him. I have different options, you know. But I also bought two of Leatherneck, which I now have somewhat customized by putting a helmet on one, and then two of uh, what's that guy's name? The Dreadnought. Two of this guy, Xandar, and he's harder to. He's a beautiful figure, but he's harder to customize and all this stuff. Anyway, I really love the chunkiness of this guy, the Saw Viper. So now I have two of them. So I guess I'm okay. I guess at this point I can buy at least two of each when it comes to troops like this. Because this guy is more of like a heavy artillery type of individual. So kind of like a flamethrower type figure. It would be nice to have two of them just to show it off. And this is just bare plastic. Bare plastic on the knife, which, come on, doesn't have. There it is. Jeez. You know what though? I love the fact that he's got a lot of accessories, but I'm really like, for a military figure or a military character, if you're gonna have weapons, you should be able to have places to put it in. Oops. So this is his gun. And I'm assuming this just slots in here. That's gonna be easy to pull out. That's weird. This thing feeds from the bottom here. At least that one has a deep connection. But where does this connect to? Is it just this one spot? Here? That's pretty shallow. Oh, and then it pulled it off. It's pushing off this one. So after consulting the box, it does seem as if it's supposed to plug into this one, but it's just so shallow that you can't push it anymore because it'll push this one out. And then this one somehow connects here at the bottom. Dang, this guy's overkill. Before I attach this one, let's just check out his articulation really quickly. My joints are kind of loose here at the hip joint to the legs and slightly on the waist. And he's top heavy, so there's a good chance he's gonna like he's standing pretty good, I guess. I like the chunkiness of this guy. Now this is supposed to be some sort of heavy gunner type deal, but it's not a flamethrower. He's shooting some sort of bullets or anything, something. So I don't know why he's so heavily fortified like this. This one keeps popping off on me, so I'm sure this will come off as I try to finagle it on his hands. Here, come on. Yeah, it's easier to just remove that. Really? I just went ahead and pulled apart his fingers because it's supposed to be loose anyway. As long as it's able to hold it in there, yeah, it can be loose. Then I have to deal with this side. Now the arm on this one, okay, good. So it isn't up and down, so I can, but it's so chunky. You kind of need to pull the peg a little bit out to give it a little bit more of that downward movement on the hand. This is going to be another issue, so I'm going to have to stretch this fingers out a little bit. This is double jointed, but it's so tight in here. This is loose, the bracer. Pull this out. It's double jointed, but with black figures, sometimes you have an issue where the lower joint just does not want to move or it's stuck. And it's preferable that you heat it up, but I just usually just be careful on when I'm twisting it and all. Thing is, it's not really fun to be messing with this in this manner because it's kind of fighting you. Like the movement is not smooth. So now that we have everything pretty much set up, now we gotta put everything back. This would be easier, just attach this one. So that's the Saw Viper right there. I went ahead and bought more of my stands that I got on eBay because I'm gonna need more. I bought like another 100 piece on it, but he's gonna be standing like this pretty much for now. And I'm gonna have to figure out a way, a place for him on the display. But it's pretty good. This one, I would value this one at 12. I mean, it's pretty cool having this bright green. I like it. You know, it's it's I'm gonna be comparing my G.I. Joe Cobra troops with my Imperial Star Wars troops. They're slightly smaller, which is a shame. This guy is usually taller than the usual Star Wars. So as you can see, they're kind of like head to toe, pretty much the same height, which means the usual Star Wars figure will be shorter than the usual G.I. Joe. But yeah, the Black Series Star Wars is affording me an option that I can't with G.I. Joe Classified right now. Right now, if you look online on eBay, G.I. Joe Classifieds, it's really hard to find deals on troops sitting at around $8. You're never going to see that. But when it comes to Star Wars, I got a bunch of these, not this one, right? I don't have a bunch of this, but I usually get these for like $8, $9 for Black Series, which is crazy. That's why I just cannot stop buying these. $8 for a Black Series with all this detail. It's amazing. I'm off track with my review of this guy. This guy, I'm gonna put the value at 12, base price 10, equaling to $24. 12 because it's really big, it's beefy, it's really menacing. I would get, and I do have 2 of these, which I guess not with this particular one I don't regret. Kind of wish I had more of this though, which I do regret. So I'm valuing him currently at 13, slightly higher because I am going to be looking out for this guy, because I want to get a few more of him. Maybe I would even say that the value right now for me for this guy is 14, because I want to get more of him. But yeah, definitely everything, all the articulation is basically the same as any other G.I. Joe figures and all that stuff. So if you're a collector of G.I. Joe Classifieds and you have multiple versions of the Bat, I didn't go for the Snow Bat, or I didn't even go for the Tiger Force, whatever their equivalent is for Cobra. I'm not interested in the design down. I wanted black and yellow, black and gold and red. I think that's where the money shot is. So at least for me. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking for this one. Definitely need to get this one. Definitely more menacing than this guy. But yeah. But that's it for my review of the Cobra Bat Iron Grenadier. The Iron Grenadier line, by the way, is beautiful. Really beautiful. It's even, and this should tell you how I love the design choices they've made on the Iron Grenadier, that I'm actually pulling this out again and showing it to you guys. This guy fits so much like a Star Wars trooper. The colors of the black and the red, It's just, I mean, on this one too, I'm gonna have to pull this guy out on my another review I want to do on Star Wars. But anyway, yeah, that just goes to show you that guy is a 14 to 15. I don't remember how I valued him, but I want to get more of that guy for sure. Uh, so whatever value I gave him before, disregard that. That the value I have on that guy is 14 to 15. This is 13. Only because I already have a bunch of bats, but the gold though is very striking. In fact, I would even say that I would like to match the number of bats that I have with getting the same equal number from this one. Oh, I had a hard time finding my bats because they were all wearing this helmet and they were very close to the Vipers. Cobra Viper helmet. I couldn't find it, but I only have 4 of these, easily matchable by this. So I'm probably gonna get 3 more of this. I'm gonna look for deal and hopefully I can find some. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again soon on my next review. Bye.